Level 1. Delta Force, the ghosts of the Army. We begin with the unit that the Army still doesn't officially acknowledge, Delta Force. Established in 1977 by Colonel Charles Beckwith, it was modeled after the British SAS. In Delta, you don't tell your barber where you work. You don't tell anyone. Your world is a four-man team. You've trained together so long that you communicate in half sentences and silence. Imagine it's tonight. You're on a direct action raid for a high-value target in a fortified compound. You breach at 0200. You move through the building like water through a crack, fast, filling every space completely. The target is on the third floor. In exactly 4 minutes and 11 seconds, the mission is over. Back at the compound, there's no celebration. Someone just makes coffee. Someone else starts the debrief. Your gear is a generation ahead of anything else. Weapons without names, night vision that turns pitch black into daylight. You've used it so long, it's no longer gear, it's part of your body. Nobody outside that room will ever know what happened, and for a Delta operator, that is the entire point. Level 2. The 75th Ranger Regiment, the Hammer. If Delta is the scalpel, the 75th Ranger Regiment is the Hammer. They are the Army's premier large-scale raid force, with 3,500 soldiers who are the most deployed unit in all of Special Operations. Your duffel bag is always half-packed. But the title Ranger is paid for in blood and sweat. Ranger School is 61 days of pure hell in Georgia mountains and Florida swamps. You survive on 4 hours of sleep and 1,500 calories a day. By week 4, you are hallucinating, but you finish because you refuse to be the one who didn't. Tonight, the jump light turns green at 0115 over a mountain range that isn't on any public map. You go out the door, the wind hits you like a wall, and you look for the infrared strobes placed by pathfinders. You hit the ground, collapse your chute, and cover 800 meters in full kit in under 6 minutes. By the time conventional infantry would still be organizing, you've already breached and secured the facility. Their creed is simple: I will never leave a fallen comrade. It's not a slogan, it's a job description. You take the door so everyone else can walk through it standing up. Level 3. The Green Berets, the diplomatic warriors. Then there are the Green Berets, created in 1952. Their mission is different. They don't just kick down doors, they build nations from the inside. Imagine you've been in a country for 4 months. You know the village elder's youngest son by name. You know which roads are safe on market day and which aren't. Your 12-man ODA, Operational Detachment Alpha, is a powerhouse. You have a medic who can perform surgery on a dirt floor, and a comm sergeant who can set up an encrypted link from a pickup truck in 4 minutes. Your success isn't measured in body counts, it's measured by the partner force you trained. When they conduct an independent ambush without you in the lead, you know you've succeeded. Special forces don't just win battles, they build the conditions that make battles unnecessary. Freedom delivered by people passing through rarely lasts, but freedom built by the people who live there, that lasts. Level 4. 160th SOAR, the Night Stalkers. But how did these teams get there? They call the Night Stalkers. Formed after the 1981 failure of Operation Eagle Claw, this unit was designed to ensure that air missions never failed that way again. As a Night Stalker, you fly the route before the route matters. Tonight, you're flying an MH-60M through a valley threaded with power lines that aren't on your map. You're using 4-tube night vision that turns the world into green-lit detail. Your margin for error is 11 feet of rotor clearance. You put the assault team on the target exactly 17 seconds ahead of schedule. Then you climb and wait. You are always 40 seconds away. When the ground team calls at 0239, you are already turning the helicopter before the radio transmission even ends. Night Stalkers don't quit isn't just a motto, it's a promise kept in the dark. Level 5. Navy SEALs and DevGru, the Abyss. Now we go to the water. To become a SEAL, you must survive BUDS.
6 months of agony, where Hell Week alone is 5.5 days of continuous evolution with no sleep. Your class will likely lose 74% of its candidates. Imagine the water is 54 degrees. You've been in it for 26 minutes and you can't feel your hands. But you don't need hands right now. You need your compass board and your fins to disappear quietly. You use a rebreather that makes no bubbles, surfacing 10 meters from a dock to map obstacles, just like the frogmen of WW2 did at Normandy. At the top of this world is DevGru, SEAL Team 6. Selected from regular teams, they handle the most sensitive maritime counterterrorism. They are the ones who took down Osama bin Laden in a 38-minute operation that took months of preparation. In DevGru, it's about the 2 seconds faster. After a mission, you don't think about the glory. You think about what could have been done 2 seconds faster. Level 6, 24th Special Tactics, the Quiet Link. Often overlooked is the Air Force's 24th Special Tactics Squadron, but they are the glue. As a combat controller, CCT, you are an FAA-certified air traffic controller and a special ops fighter simultaneously. You carry a 94-pound ruck, radios, laser designators, medical supplies. When a Ranger unit is pinned down, you're the one talking to an FA-18 at 22,000 feet. You paint the target with a laser invisible to anyone else. 8 seconds later, the threat is gone. You are the quiet link that makes every other unit on this list work better. Level 7, Marine Raiders, the Instinct. Then there are the Marine Raiders, activated in 2006 but carrying the legacy of World War II guerrilla fighters. They deploy in 14-man teams to places like Somalia and Mali. Raiders work on instinct. Tonight, your partner force is searching a compound you helped identify. You're in the back, watching. They move without prompting. When they find the cache, they secure it correctly. You make 2 notes for tomorrow, 1 correction, 1 compliment. No drama, just facts. The goal was always for them not to need you. Level 8, ISA, the shadows within shadows. Finally, the deepest level, the ISA, Intelligence Support Activity. Established in 1981 to close the gap between intelligence and action, their war looks like patience. You've been in this city for 9 weeks. You have a cover identity, a local phone, and a rented room. You are completely unremarkable. You map the pattern of life for months. Today, the target made a small mistake, and you were watching closely enough to catch it. You send 1 encoded message, pack your bag, and leave. The shooters will arrive later, knowing exactly what is behind every door because of your 9 weeks of silence. Because of you, the right people go home. These units are different, but they share one trident of truth: the willingness to do the work that makes someone else's mission possible. They don't seek headlines, they seek the mission. If you found this deep dive into the elite world of special ops engaging, make sure to like this video. It takes a lot of research to bring these stories to you accurately. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next long-form documentary. Which unit do you think has the toughest mindset? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.